Big question. Are you going to get one?
It's using tools that we're already familiar with.
Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here in the Kobelco K-Dive stand here at Bauma. Sam Mercer from the UK Plantforce has joined me. Sam, you literally saw this working moments ago and obviously a big Kobelco user. What is this like to see, and also how does it work with the way in which you're driving technology for the business?
Yeah, well, as you said, we're the biggest user of Kobelco excavators in the UK. What we're trying to do in terms of innovation and technology, this is the next stage really. And not only did I get to watch it, but I also got to drive the machine as well, which is amazing. And actually, it's a lot more responsive and easier to drive. There's not as big a time lag as you'd expect.
Yep.
It's actually quite simple really. So it's been great to be able to use it today and see what the next level of technology is.
And Sam has gone from here to Denmark at the Leica Geosystems headquarters. You also started many years ago, when I can remember going on site with the team, with semi-automation on the Leica Geosystems machine as well. So this is taking it further with 3D collision avoidance with Xwatch. How is that going to impact people when you can drive safety and precision as well as being safe with the operator sitting here and not in potentially a dangerous position?
Well, that's it. I think the semi-autonomous side of it is what makes this work. This machine's enabled with semi-autos and then the collision avoidance, which really, a lot of the fears of remote working are taken away by having those technologies in. So by having them in, we're creating a safe space. We were operating a machine in Holland, and then we switched over and operated a machine in Japan. That's the kind of dream scenario, and the people running these machines in Japan at the minute are running, 3-4 cockpits and 10 machines, and the drivers are going between. So that solves a low utilization problem that we have in the UK of the machines being unproductive. If they're jumping from machine to machine and the driver is 100% productive, that's really a big advancement for us.
And we talk about knocking out idle time, folks. You just literally push a button and you turn it off, and you go for a coffee in this instant here at Bauma. So, Sam, big question. Are you going to get one?
I think if you're going to see one of these in the UK, it's going to be on a Plantforce machine first, definitely.
Fantastic, great to see you.
Cheers.
Here with Chris Matthew. Chris, Plantforce is really, really excited about seeing this K-Dive. You literally seen it with your colleague Sam Mercer earlier for the first time. Wanted to talk to you about the practicalities of remote operation and how we can make it work in the UK, because it's certainly going to be something on your radar, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you say, first time looking at it here today, but the way they've got it set up here in Bauma is using the Starlink connectivity, which means it's really quick, easy, cost effective. And then it's using tools that we're already familiar with. So 3D machine control, in this case from Leica. So that connectivity and the ability to survey sites is knowledge that we've already got.
So the practicality of things like this allows you to go into different applications, doesn't it? Which is crucial. Plantforce is known for doing the things that are slightly different and with the slightly different attachments, etc. as well. How is this going to be practically used in the UK, do you think?
That's a good question. We're going to test the market. We're going to speak to our customers, but you've already alluded to the fact that we work in some interesting environments already, ranging from HS2 through to Hinkley Point, which is quite restrictive in terms of what you can and can't do. So I think the agility of the system, being able to use the Starlink connectivity again, will throw open some doors.
And what we've seen here from the operators is it is as simple as operating a machine as you would be in the seat of that machine, isn't it? There's hardly any lag at all.
Well, there's no lag, and what's really clever is the seat actually gives quite a good amount of feedback to the operator. So you mentioned Sam before, myself, I've operated this machine. It feels almost identical to operating a machine traditionally.
And of course, when you look at practicality of investing in something like this, you're putting the technology into the machine. However, when that machine comes to the end of its life, that technology can go from that machine to the latest model as well, can't it? That's going to work for you better, isn't it?
It has to, yeah. We need to keep a fluid flow of machines. So if we do have a customer who wants this on one site but not on another, it's a few hours work to disassemble and put the machine back to normal use.
So practicalities of remote control are practically popping the Starlink up, grabbing somebody in the seat and having a coffee whenever you want it. Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, Peter.